Hello, and welcome back to The Sims 4 Bachelor. This is the Happily Ever After special. Over the course of the last 9 episodes, you got to watch The Bachelor and his bachelorette fall in love. He popped the question, and now it is time for them to live their happily ever after. So, one of the things that happened over the course of the series is these two girls, we had Athena and Mia, and they were really close. They were best friends. And then the competition and things kind of got in the way a little bit. So, one of the first things that Athena wants to do now that she's getting settled into her new life with Tyler is mend her friendship with Mia. Mia and Athena were two of the three final top three girls that it came down to, and they were actually the final two. These were the ones he had to choose between, and obviously that led to things getting a little hairy sometimes, but these two had such a nice connection and they were really close and they really love each other. So now that the competition's over and Athena has her man, it's time to just, rekindle their relationship, their friendship anyway. Not the flirty part that Tyler had a problem with. But Athena wanted to bring Mia with her dress shopping. She was like, I couldn't imagine picking out my wedding dress with anyone else. And she's just kind of checking in with her and, how are you doing since the finale? I know that at the end we were both really close to him and we both really thought there was a realistic chance that it could be us. So, she just wants to see how she's doing and Mia told her, "Oh, she's fine. She'll be fine." And she's asking Athena, "What are they up to? What's going on in their life?" And Athena is telling her that they are planning to move out of his house. So Athena lived in San Sequoia with her family. She had moved back in with them for a while after to be on the show because she had an apartment. She had to give it up. And Tyler lived in San Sequoia as well, actually, but he lived in the downtown part. He had a little bachelor pad house, and it's a nice house, but it's very very much a bachelor pad. It's not really suited for starting a family and being a couple and stuff like that. So they're living there right now, but they want to move into a place that is theirs, a place that neither of them has ever lived without the other, and where they can just start their family and have a little bit of room to grow as well. Athena wants to stay in San Sequoia because that's where her family lives, and Athena is close. She's pretty close to her whole family, and it's not too far away from his family. They live in Willow Creek, but it's not too far to visit them. And San Sequoia, she says she thinks it's just a really lovely place to raise your family, and that's what they're focused on right now. So they have been looking at places and looking at putting his house on the market. But as for right now, Athena wants to do a little wedding planning. So she has some of her girlfriends here and they are doing a little cake tasting. She's ordering a slice to take home to Tyler. This is the one she thinks she wants to go with, but she wants to make sure that he agrees. And she brought Hannah, Leah, Mia, and these girls were actually also contestants on the show, but Leah was the second one to leave. And Hannah was there for a while. She made it to the end, but not to the end, but he and Hannah had more of a friendship connection. So things did finally start to get romantic between them, but Athena totally lost it. So as soon as that happened, Athena was not having it. She just freaked out. She got really jealous, and he ended up eliminating Hannah the same week that they had the really nice date because at that point he was he didn't want to hurt Athena. And he knew that while he and Hannah had a great friendship, he didn't feel the way that he felt for Athena for her or for any of the girls. He and Mia had a different relationship as well. But now Athena and Mia are planning Athena and Tyler's wedding. And Athena is feeling a little nauseated here. And Mia is telling her, she's like, listen, you have been nauseous when we were at the cake tasting, when we were picking out our flowers for the wedding. You were like even nauseous a little bit at the wedding dress boutique whenever you smelled something outside before we went in. She's like, I am going to get you a pregnancy test. I think you might be I think you might be pregnant. And Athena's like, I couldn't possibly be. Um, but now we have Tyler, this is Tyler's brother Killian, and he came over to visit. And Tyler wanted to talk to his brother Killian because he's telling him, listen, we have been looking at selling the house, and this is a really great place. I know you've been living in an apartment in the city, but what do you think about upgrading to a house? What do you think about finally starting to settle down? And Killian actually has been considering settling down a little more lately because when he met Hannah from his brother's season of The Bachelor, sparks absolutely flew. So who knows? Maybe The Bachelor worked for both brothers in the Easton family. But whatever happens, Killian says, yeah, you know what? Let's do it. I'm going to buy the house from you. Now you guys are free to buy your home to start your family. And now it is time for the wedding. Athena has picked out her dress. They have picked out a cake and invited all their friends. She asked several of the girls from fellow contestants from The Bachelor to be her her bridesmaids, and Mia to be her maid of honor. Their family is here, and they have decorated this gorgeous, gorgeous venue. And now it is time for the first look. So Tyler is going to set eyes on his beautiful bride for the first time. And of course, he is so smitten and so in love. He's telling her that she looks absolutely beautiful. And she is like, do you really think so? And he's like, of course I think so. I have eyes, don't I? But Athena is feeling slightly self-conscious because she feels like the dress is a little bit tighter than she had hoped it would be for their wedding. Because, surprise, it turns out there is a little bun in the oven. So things are moving a little faster than they had planned in that department, but they are both overjoyed at the news and so happy about it anyway. They are excited to just enjoy their wedding, and they have such a beautiful location here. They were able to get so many great wedding shots, just so beautiful here. She looks so pretty. Actually, it's funny because he liked her little mermaid dress and their one-on-one date back in Sulani when she got the food poisoning, and she's actually giving Little Mermaid pretty strongly for her wedding look. Now it is time for the ceremony to begin. Looks like Tyler forgot to request a day off work. Oops. Leah was our first bridesmaid to come down the aisle. And now the maid of honor, Mia, will be coming down the aisle with the best man, Tyler's brother, Killian. They're both so happy for their loved ones. And Mia's probably a little bit sad as well because she did make it to the final two. So she was in love with Tyler, but she loves Athena as well. And she's very happy for them. And now it is time for the beautiful bride to come down the aisle. She was having a little bit of an emotional moment because she misplaced the flowers. She had bought a beautiful bridal bouquet, and she totally forgot to bring them down the aisle. So she was kind of like, oh no, I messed it up. Where's my bouquet? But then she ended up just coming down the aisle anyway. It doesn't matter. This is what matters. They are finally tying the knot. She is finally going to become Mrs. Tyler Easton. And everybody, Mia is over here hooping and hollering. She is so excited for them. Maybe she's overcompensating a little. I don't know. But I think that Mia will have her own journey to love for sure. Mia is she won't have any trouble finding someone. It's just finding the right one that is the issue. But to be honest, it was never going to be Tyler. She knows that. He knows that. They had a passionate connection and everything, but he was definitely a better fit with Athena, which is why Athena is the one he's marrying today. So he's giving a little speech, thanking everyone for coming and talking about how he is so grateful to have met his wife for the whole Bachelor experience. And now they are sharing their little first dance. Athena's bump is bumping. You can definitely tell she's pregnant here. And then we got a few extra little shots of the wedding and the bridal party. So pretty. Now that our bachelor and bachelorette are officially newlyweds, let's see what life has in store for them. So they have not moved out of the house yet. Killian has agreed to buy it, but they are still shopping for their perfect home to start their little family in. And since she realized she was pregnant prior to the wedding, Athena's baby shower is coming. It is a boy, so she is preparing for the baby shower. And they also adopted Dizzy, the dog from Hannah, Jasmine, and Tyler's pet shelter date that they had during the season. He just fell in love with Dizzy. He thought she was a great dog, and he wants to welcome her into the family. And Athena was game. She also loved Dizzy. She loves dogs. She has a dog at her family home, and now that they're having a baby and starting a little family of their own, she is super excited to bring a dog in and get everybody comfortable and ready for the baby to arrive. And now they are going to have a beautiful little baby shower to welcome their bouncing baby boy. They are so excited. They've invited all their friends to celebrate. They have this beautiful spread. Mia is back there talking to Tyler right now. And Athena is coming over here just to make sure everything is set up and perfect before everybody comes in. It looks like Athena's family is here now, and she is so excited to see them. Athena's very close to her family. I don't think her brother's here, but her mom and her dad are both here. Typically, I know conventionally bridal showers are more women only, but she's very close to her dad and she wanted him to be here. And now we have Jasmine. Jasmine was girl number 3 in the top 3 girls. It was Jasmine, and then Mia was eliminated, and then Athena. And when Jasmine was eliminated, she had a little secret of her own that she did not share with Tyler. He still doesn't know about the little bun that Jasmine has baking in her oven. So he is happy to see her and everything. He felt friendly, there were no hard feelings. It was just not there with her. She was too guarded for him. And also she just wasn't Athena. But Jasmine didn't realize that. They had a little passionate date prior to Fantasy Suites, and she didn't tell him that she was pregnant when she found out because she didn't think it would influence his decision, and she also kind of didn't want it to influence his decision. She felt like he was going to pick her at that time, and so she didn't want to tell him, and then she just kind of thought she would tell him after the fact. But obviously, it did not go that way. She did not realize how deep his connection with the other girls was, and Jasmine got sent home. So she went home, and she didn't tell Tyler, so obviously Athena doesn't know that Jasmine is pregnant. But Leah is here. Leah and Athena have become pretty good friends since the end of the show, and now and now Athena is coming in to talk to Jasmine. So she welcomed her, she was just like, "Thank you so much for coming. I understand it's probably a little rough to be here at our baby shower, but I'm so happy that you came to celebrate with us." And she was at the wedding as well, but she wasn't really showing as much at the wedding. And she is showing a little bit more now, but she strategically picked a dress where you couldn't really tell. She could hide it a little bit if she tried. So Athena, she kind of had a vibe about just like she didn't want to say anything, she didn't want to be rude, but she kind of felt like it looked like she may have had a little bump because Jasmine, that wasn't her shape whenever they had lived together at the at the mansion, they worked out together all the time. Like she knew what Jasmine's body kind of looked like. And so she was a little surprised, but she didn't want to say anything. Obviously, she's not going to be rude and, and bring it up just in case, Jasmine just had a special fondness for tacos lately. That's fine. It's okay. You do you. But now the two girls are chatting, and it's crazy to see both of their little bumps there together. And Athena's is a little bit bigger right now. Yeah, oh my goodness, what a mess. And okay, so the producers of the show actually just contacted Athena, and they were asking her if she would be interested in an acting job, or kind of like a hosting job, maybe doing hosting, working in the franchise somehow. So that's great because Athena wasn't too stressed about it, honestly. Tyler is a lawyer, so he has a really good job, and they've been very busy with the wedding and the baby shower and trying to get moved into a new house. They've been too busy for her to really be that worried about getting a job now that they're getting settled in. She figured that would fall into place probably after she had the baby, but she did get the job offer and she did accept it. She won't start working until after she has the baby, and obviously after a little bit of maternity leave anyway. But that's really cool. So she has a job lined up now, and it looks like everything is falling into place for these two. They are so happy with the little life that they have created and the little life that they are building for themselves and for their baby. And yeah, it is finally time to move into their first home. So they did get a small 2-bedroom house in San Sequoia. They're in a neighborhood not far from Athena's family, which is great for her, and especially because they have this baby coming, and it'll be nice to have the grandparents close by. But right now, they are actually getting ready to leave on their honeymoon. It's crazy. She's so pregnant, and she has talked to him about it. She's like, maybe we should wait. Maybe we should hold off. But he's like, no, no, I want to make sure we go and do this for us before we have the baby. And it'll be kind of a baby moon slash honeymoon combined. But he just wants to make sure that they get to go have some fun before the baby arrives. So he is calling a car for them right now, and he is going to load it up, and off they go. So they're at the airport. They are going to fly to their vacation, and they actually decided to have their vacation at Disney World because Athena had wanted to go there. She hasn't been there since she was a kid, and she knew that it's not necessarily just a place to go with your kids. And also, when she has the baby, a teeny tiny baby, she won't want to take the baby to Disney World. But they're going to have a little couples trip, and they're going to go and they're going to enjoy the great weather, hopefully, and just have a little fun before baby Easton arrives. Athena is feeling pretty hungry, so she and Tyler are going to have a little snack before they get on the plane. Okay, and they are finally here. They have arrived after a long flight, and they have made it to their resort. They're staying at the Art of Animation. They got a little family suite so that they could have some plenty of space and be very comfortable on this trip. They wanted to splurge. They know they probably won't be going out for a while, and doing any like vacations, any trips like this. So Athena is really uncomfortable right now. She has been hungry all day, and she's been kind of just uncomfortable. She's been a little sleepy, a little extra sleepy. She's been sleepy because she's pregnant. So she's been a little extra sleepy, but today she has just been all over the place. And she told him, she's like, I'm excited to be here. I'm so happy that we're doing this for ourselves, but I am a little worried because I'm so uncomfortable. And, he's like, well, maybe you just need to take a nap. Maybe you need to get some rest. We had the long flight, and it's been a stressful few months, really. They've had a lot going on. So Athena is going to take a little nap before they head out for the evening, and hopefully that will make her feel a little bit better. Now, Athena had a little nap, they had some food, they had some lunch, and they are going to sit by the pool and watch a movie. So they're gonna watch a little Disney movie, and Tyler's not impressed. He didn't like that movie very much, but the important thing was that they're spending time together, and they are going to go out for dinner. They have dinner reservations at a trendy little restaurant in Disney Springs, so they're very excited for that as well. And mostly they're just excited to spend time with each other. That's what the honeymoon's all about. It's not necessarily about what you do as, who you're doing it with. But before they go out, they're going to have a little dip in the pool. Obviously, they like to swim. Tyler likes to swim to clear his mind a lot of times, which is funny because he is still afraid of swimming. But hey, you know what? Face those fears, buddy. And now they are back at the poolside bar. They are going to have a little drink. Obviously, she's not going to have anything alcoholic, but she's going to have a little juice and he's going to have a little drink before they head out. And now she has changed. She went and changed. And oh my gosh. So his mom showed up. She's like, surprise. Obviously, she isn't staying with them because this is their honeymoon. But she's telling him, she's like, I know. But I was just worried because she is so close to having this baby. And I just wanted to make sure if anything happened, we were nearby. And hey, you know what? We haven't been here in a while anyway. So it's fine. It's great. Don't worry about it. And now they are headed to the bus so they can head to Disney Springs and have dinner. And they're going to have a little, I think they're going to have a little kiss. Are they going to have a little kiss? Yes, they're going to have a little mistletoe kiss while they prepare to load the bus. But now they are at Disney Springs and they are at this beautiful little restaurant bar area. It's very nice. They have outdoor dining, so they are gonna have a little dinner here and maybe listen to music, maybe do a little dancing. They just have a nice romantic night planned for the two of them. Athena is telling Tyler about the phone call that she had with the producers. They were talking about her show and what she's going to get up to after she has the baby. She's really excited to get into that. And he is telling her that he thinks they should probably buy a new car. They've been talking about it, but now that they're having a child, he wants to get something a little more family. And she's like joking with him. She's like, we're not going to have a whole little league, right? It's just one baby. I think they can fit in a car right now. And he's like, hey, I don't know. Maybe we will have a whole little league. And little does he know that he doesn't just have one baby on the way right now. He has two babies on the way. But he does not know that. Jasmine still has not told him. It's kind of gotten to the point where so much time has passed that now it feels like she's keeping it from him and it feels like a secret and it feels like awkward to tell him. And she also feels like she doesn't want him to think that she's trying to cause trouble or cause drama in his life. She's over him. She's over it. It's like he didn't pick her, that's fine. But yeah, so there actually are two babies on the way and he just doesn't know it yet. They are getting a couple of pictures to commemorate their little romantic night and that one of Athena with her little pregnant belly. But now they just got off the bus. They just got home and she was like, we need to get back to the room. I need to pee so bad. So she went back to the room to pee and to change. And he came to the pool. He had his swim trunks under his outfit. So he was ready. He's just going to take a little dip and just take a little swim. And now she's like, okay, I came back. She was going to change into her pajamas, but she felt bad about leaving him at the pool by himself on their honeymoon. She's like, okay, I'll come and I'll hang out with you for a little bit before bed. But now they have settled in for the night. This is the first night of their honeymoon. And what do you know? Athena's water breaks. This was definitely not the plan. And this is why she was worried about going this late, honestly. Now she's waking him up. She's like, "Come on, Tyler, we gotta go. We gotta go." And he's like, "What's wrong?" And she's like, "It's time. It's time. We gotta go to the hospital. The baby's coming." And he is panicking. He's freaking out. He's texting the car. He's texting his mom. He's like, "Oh my gosh, what are we gonna do?" Because they flew here. They don't even have a vehicle. Oh my gosh. So, yeah, that was not the plan. But here it is. The baby is here. He has been born. They have named him Kyle. So Kyle Easton is here, and their lives have changed forever. So because the baby was born, they obviously did not stay on their honeymoon. They had to cancel it. He had to tell them there's an emergency. We have to check out early. My wife went into labor and is having our baby. So of course they were able to cancel that. And then they got the first flight back as soon as they could after Athena was out of the hospital. And now she has this beautiful little bundle of joy, and they're in their first home, and they've got cute little Dizzy sleeping in the background, and everything is just really perfect right now. Honestly, Athena's feeling like things couldn't really be better. And yeah, hopefully nothing goes wrong to upset that little happy bubble that she's living in. The good news is it's not like he has a secret baby that he doesn't know about or anything like that to mess things up. And now that Athena and Tyler are living in San Sequoia and they have their beautiful little baby and their family has grown, things are going very well. But Grandma and Grandpa and Uncle and the dog they have all decided to come for a stayover. His mom was the one that followed them on their honeymoon to make sure that she'd be there if the baby was born. And now Athena's family is coming to stay and help out with the new baby. As you can see, they haven't even fully unpacked from their vacation yet. And they really don't have anywhere for them to sleep either. She's like, "Oh my goodness." She doesn't even know yet. She's still sleeping. This is a surprise. They sort of arranged this with Tyler. They were like, "Hey, surprise, guess what?" And he's in here making a little breakfast. They're not on a very normal sleep schedule right now because of the baby. But yeah, now Athena is awake. She's having some breakfast and she's like, "So, my family's here. That's crazy." Her mom got here a little bit later. I think she must have forgotten something at the house. But Athena is excited. She can't wait to introduce them to the baby, and she is thanking Tyler for being so great, for making them breakfast and welcoming them and letting her sleep because obviously the baby kept her up late and she was able to get some sleep, but she is just feeling really happy and really content with her lot in life right now. And there she is taking a little nap while the sweet baby, he actually isn't asleep right now, but it's his nap time, so she's waiting for him to take a little nap. We've got their little wall of pictures. I love to take family pictures of my Sims. We have their baby shower, their wedding photos. And now that the baby is born, it is time for Athena to start thinking about when she wants to head back to work. She isn't going to go back to work right away because obviously she is enjoying having a newborn and wants to be at home taking care of her family. But she doesn't have to. You know, she has a lot of help right now. She has her family visiting, but she just wants to enjoy this time. And she's starting to make plans, and she's talking to her mom. She's telling her about some of the things that she has planned. She's going to have a spot on a morning show. She's going to have a cooking spot. And they're going to interview about some of the things that she'll be doing in the upcoming season of The Bachelorette. So they're planning to have a spin-off of The Bachelor. and they have a bachelorette already in mind. And she was like, "Oh, can you tell me who it is? I kind of feel like I might have an idea." And they're like, "No, no, not yet, not until it's announced." And now, oh my goodness, time just flies. Look at this. So Kyle is already aging up, no longer a newborn. He is now an infant. And he is a calm little bean. Athena is so happy and so proud of her sweet little boy. Oh, wow. Talk about growing up fast. It was like he was just born. Her family's still here. They'll probably be leaving soon. And now Debbie has come over because she wants to see her infant grandson. They didn't have like a full on birthday party for him to become an infant. Oh my. All right, well, there it is. So Jasmine has called Tyler to finally let him know that she had a baby. And Tyler, he's shocked. Like he's also looks like kind of despondent about it. He's a little bit droopy, a little bit mopey because he's like, how am I going to tell Athena? And right now Athena's sleeping, so he doesn't want to bug her. That's his excuse at least. But now it's later and he can't even sleep. It's the middle of the night. He's outside. He's taking Dizzy out and he's kind of just stalling a little bit because he's like, I need to tell Athena about this, but he doesn't really want to. He is afraid that it's going to ruin like their little piece of paradise that they have right now. And while that is a valid concern, I think for Athena, she would want to know and she would have more of a problem with him keeping it secret from her. But he is conflicted. So he has his first opportunity to tell her what he found out, and he isn't taking it right now. Although to be fair, he is a little distracted because prior to all this happening, Athena was talking about how she would really like to have for Kyle to have a sibling close in age, and she wanted to try for a baby again. So she was taking a pregnancy test, but it turned out she was not pregnant. So she was a little disappointed about that. But he felt like that is also the worst possible time to tell her, oh, by the way, remember that other girl that I was kind of dating while we were dating? She had a baby and it's mine. So yeah, not ideal. But now here we are. We are going to do a quick little catch up with Jasmine. Jasmine has obviously been keeping a big secret from Tyler, but that is not the only secret she's been keeping. The biggest issue between Tyler and Jasmine when they were dating on the show was that she wasn't opening up to him fully. She kept holding things back. She wasn't completely telling him about her past. And there were some weird occurrences that she didn't explain necessarily, like at the end of their time together when they went on their fantasy suite date. She said there was a man at the pool whenever he took her to hometown, and she insisted that the man was spying on her. And he was kind of like, what? He kind of thought that's I guess a strange thing to assume, but he didn't make a big thing about it. He told the guy to buzz off and go away or whatever. But she remains paranoid about things, and it's because there are more secrets in her past that he doesn't know about. And right now, a big secret is about to come out because Athena has stopped over to check in on Jasmine. She doesn't know about the baby, obviously, but well, she didn't. And now she's like, wow, there's a baby bassinet. Why do you have a baby bassinet? And oh, there's a baby in the bassinet. What is going on? Are you seeing someone? Uh, Like, what has happened since I last saw you? And this is where Jasmine is going to tell her. She's like, listen, I have to tell you, I told Tyler, so I figured that you already knew by now, but I didn't tell him before he made his decision with the roses and stuff. I wanted him to make sure that he was choosing for the right reasons and not because I was pregnant. But I was pregnant, and this is Tyler's baby. So meet Sheldon, I guess. And Athena's just floored. She's like, you told Tyler about it? He knows? And she's
I'm
like,
totally
yeah.
missing it.
And, trying to make it a little better. She's like, it hasn't been that
Like
long though.
sauna
I only told him
loosen it
recently.
for
I
good.
didn't tell him until the baby was
No
born.
way.
He didn't know when I
No.
was pregnant. When I came to your wedding, when I came to your
Roshma.
baby
Like
shower, he
Sinas.
didn't know then.
Like Sinia.
So
Sinia
Athena
Swarsa.
is a little hurt and a little like shocked that he kept this from her. So she had Jasmine text him and ask him to come over. And obviously, he does not know Athena is here. So now he is the one who is going to be in for a pretty big surprise. So Jasmine is bringing Tyler in, and he's like, uh, oh my, okay. So, and Athena's like, hi, honey. And so now he's like, oh crap. Oh crap. So obviously, he's got some explaining to do, but they also need to talk about something more serious. So Jasmine is giving him a minute to just like, she's going to check on the baby. And Athena's like, why didn't you tell me? Did you not think that I would be understanding? Like, why would you keep this from me? And how long were you planning to keep this from me? I should know. I'm talking about, oh, I wish that Kyle had a sibling close in age, and here he does. And like, how could you not tell me that? And he's like, I'm so sorry. You're right. I should have told you. It wasn't that I didn't trust you or, I didn't think that you would take it well. It's just that the timing, it never felt like the right time. At first, when she first told me, we were still on our little new baby high, and then too much time had passed, and then it was weird that I hadn't told you, and then it started to feel like a secret, and then, you know, it just it just didn't work out. And Jasmine's kind of laying into him a little bit. She's like, that was BS. You should have told her. Why would you keep that from her? Athena is like the greatest person ever, and she's so sweet and so wonderful. Like obviously she wouldn't be mad or be mean about this or anything. But so he'll have some explaining to do to her once they get home. But for right now, Jasmine also had something important that she wanted to discuss now that they are both here. And so she is telling them, listen, whenever I was on the show and I was dating Tyler, he knew that I was not like open about everything. And I did have a secret and I did have a past that I need to tell you about because I have to go home and I can't take Sheldon with me because it wouldn't be safe. And they're like, it wouldn't be safe? What are you talking about? So she is going to pull them aside and tell them her little story and everything that she has been keeping from Tyler when they were dating. So now Athena is out for a jog. Obviously, she still loves Tyler and everything, but she's still a little salty that he didn't tell her. And now he is at home with the babies. Yes, the babies, because Sheldon is here. Obviously, he won't be living with them permanently or anything. He's just staying with them while Jasmine is back in her homeland. So, Athena called up Mia, her bestie Mia, and asked her to meet her in the city. They are going to do a little shopping. Um, the boys have birthdays coming up, and Sheldon will be aging up to an infant soon. So she wants to get a little gift for him and some party supplies. They're going to throw a party. If everything goes according to plan, Jasmine should be getting home in time for the party, but she won't be home in time to plan it. So Athena will be taking over doing that. So she is showing Mia some of the ideas that she has for Sheldon's first birthday party. And she is, also just kind of updating Mia. She's obviously told her by this point that he exists, but she's telling her about all the things they never knew about Jasmine. And now we have Killian is getting a little advice from his dad because Tyler's brother, he's moved into their house. He's working his job as a chef, and he's kind of talking to his dad about relationships, serious ones, which he hasn't really done before. But now we can see why. Because his date to the birthday party is Hannah. He has been sweet on Hannah since he met her, and he finally worked up the courage to sort of shed his bachelor ways and ask her out. So they are having their first date at his nephew's birthday party, which maybe isn't the most romantic first date, but it is something that is kind of perfect for them because they both love Athena and Tyler. And I hope it does work out between them because I think Hannah would be an excellent addition to the family. It'd be great to keep her around. But yeah, so Athena and Mia are catching up. Obviously, Bobby loved Mia, so Bobby and Mia are friends. Bobby is Tyler's sister. And they are chatting and they are talking about Mia's recent opportunities. So, Mia has recently been invited to be the very first bachelorette, and Athena is so excited for her. She is actually going to be hosting the show as, a successful part of the first bachelor relationship. And Tyler is congratulating her. He's telling her that he is really happy for her and he hopes that she meets the one and that, they have a perfect life and they can all be great friends. It's really great that it hasn't been really awkward between them or anything since he chose Athena. But yeah, everybody is just having a little family time. They are enjoying a little backyard birthday party here. Athena has made lots of delicious food. Hannah helped out with some of the cooking, so there's plenty of great food to eat. Tyler did some grilling with Killian, and they chatted and he's really hoping his brother settles down too because it would be so nice to just be able to have like family cookouts and maybe who knows, maybe Killian and Hannah could have a baby and then Sheldon and Kyle would have a little cousin to play with and it would just be great. They're just really, really happy about it. Right now, they already have this big blended family because obviously with Jasmine having Sheldon, and now she is here. She has made it back from her mission back in her homeland, and it's a good, big, happy family. I'm eager to see who Mia ends up with. I feel like it could be her bachelorette season would be interesting just because Mia tends to get on really well with everybody. She is pretty magnetic, and even the girls in the house, there were girls in the house that had more connection with her than Tyler. Leah was one of them. So yeah, they're talking about her little bachelor season or bachelorette season and who's gonna be the lucky guy or girl to get Mia because she can go either way. And now everybody is in here. Athena is showing the grandparents the babies, showing off how adorable and sweet they are. I think Kyle just woke up from his nap. And Leah is in here chatting with them about her love life as well, because she has had some interesting developments since leaving the show. And Jasmine is catching Leah up a little bit about her life since the show because they haven't really talked since they were on the show together. They were both at the wedding and they were both at the baby shower, but Leah was really kind of involved with the wedding and the baby shower and with Athena. And at that time, because Jasmine was pregnant and she was kind of self-conscious about the possibility of Athena or Tyler realizing she was pregnant, she was kind of keeping her distance. She came to the events, but she was keeping her distance. So they were catching up a little bit, and it's so funny that so many of the girls from the show are actually staying involved in their lives. Like, that was really unexpected. Oh my goodness, Sheldon is aging up. It looks like he is going to be a sunny infant. So we have this little cutie over here. Athena is grabbing him. She is going to bring him into the party. He had his little nap, so he should be good and rested now. And she is just showing him off a little bit, but it is time for the party to end. They have been going for a while, and it has been great to spend some time with friends and family, but Athena is taking him in to put him on his playmat, and Mia is helping clear the place out. She was helping clean up a little bit, and now Athena is coming in to finish. Oh, nope, she is going to be putting the baby down because she is a sim and she put him on the ground instead of on the playmat, of course. And Tyler was in here acting like he was going to be going to sleep without her. She's like, you better not go to sleep without me. So she has put Kyle down. He's in there playing, and actually, yeah, Kyle's playing and Sheldon is sleeping. And now these two are having a little tender moment after a successful day, a beautiful birthday party for both of the boys. Jasmine is home now, but she hasn't taken Sheldon back yet. She was just getting a little bit settled in and kind of recovering from the craziness of her work trip that she had to take. Well, work trip. And yeah, these two little lovebirds are ready to go to bed after a long night. They are still planning to try for a baby, even though now obviously they do have another boy who's close to Kyle's age. Obviously, Sheldon isn't Athena's son, but it will be Athena's stepson, and so there will still be a baby around to play with Kyle and stuff, but she still wants to have another. So even though she has the new job coming up and everything, she's like, I don't care. I want to expand our family. I want to keep trying. And hopefully they have some luck this time. But I don't know. I have a good feeling about it. And it looks like Athena is heading out to have a little midnight snack. It looks like they did not actually finish putting away all the food from the party. She should probably do that before she goes to sleep. But right now, she's just having a little moment. She's really happy. She's in a great mood. She's dancing with Dizzy and having a little snack. And honestly, she's feeling pretty good about her chances of that try for baby finally working. So I hope you enjoyed this catch up with Athena and Tyler, and I hope you enjoyed The Sims 4 Bachelor. Thank you for watching.